The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Elias Stone, a human cleric.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Sable, a half-elf rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play August E. Graymore, a human fighter.
I'm Carrie Hester, and I play Moxie, a tiefling bard.
And I'm Brooke Bullock, your DM. Please join us as we explore the curse of the Clockwork City. Our heroes have discovered a secret passageway hewn out of the city wall. Following it 120 feet or so down, we have come to a portcullis, and Sable has found a secret lever. What do you do?
I will reach out and pull that lever.
As you do, the portcullis rolls up with the clicking of chains.
Those chain clinking that we heard earlier, could I have gathered that we're basically just right behind him?
Yeah, he may be like a minute or so ahead of you. Just on the other side of this 5-foot step, there is a narrow spiral staircase that's going down.
I will stand at the top of the stairs and peer down.
Because of the spiralness of it, you can't see much more past the first rotation, but the steps do look worn, like as at some point in the past, heavy foot traffic must have been here a lot to wear the edges off of the steps. Just at the top of the stairs, you can see there's also an empty wall sconce that would hold the torch, but nothing there.
Okay. I will actually dig through my pouch in like 2 seconds and actually pull out a torch and stick it in there and light it. So that way the people behind me know that I went this way.
As you guys are hanging back in the tunnel, you do see like the flicker of light from one of these side alcoves, perhaps 60 feet on ahead of you.
And I will creep down the stairs.
And you guys are going to advance, of course.
Staying about 60 feet back.
So you go down these spiral staircases, and it leads to a little short 10-foot tunnel. And then there is a wooden door at the end of that 10-foot tunnel. That is very nice stonework. Like, this is an underground structure that has been built. It hasn't been hewn out of anything. It's smooth walls. It's old. It's quite old, but it's in excellent shape. And about this time, you guys come up to maybe the stairs, and there's a torch that's lit there. A little smell of soot coming up off of that. Obviously, he went that way.
I will inspect the door. Is it locked?
It is locked.
Okay. I'm gonna check it for traps.
All right.
14?
It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. We'll see if that's actually the case or not. I will lockpick it. 25.
Yes, you easily pick the lock, and as you do, a small dart shoots out and hits you. So, if you'll please make a Constitution save.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, this little dart goes out, sticks you, and you take 2 points of damage from it. And as you pull it out, there's a little silvery, iridescent liquid that it was tipped with as well. but you don't seem to feel any effects. And the door is unlocked, and maybe you can hear footsteps coming down the spiral staircase behind you, perhaps?
I will creep into this room. At any point, let me know if I need to redo my stealth.
So far, so good. As you creep down into this room, you see that it is about 30 feet wide and about 20 feet across. And straight across from you is another wooden door. And there's also a wooden door on the right. The room itself reminds you of an entry hall. Just past this doorway that you opened, there are like thick but very old velvet curtains with some filthy gold cords that have them pulled back. So like you could pull them and like close, to hide the door. Cobwebs are everywhere, and there is no furniture in this room at all. And roll me a survival check real quick.
I would also like to try and pick up the blood trail at some point. Again, a 7.
You do not see the blood trail anywhere. In fact, if you look back behind you, it seems to just kind of stop right before that little tunnel coming off the stairwell.
I will go to the door south, and I just kind of want to try and listen through the door, see if I hear anything.
Go right ahead.
16?
You do not hear anything.
Okay, I'll check the other door. An 18.
You do hear some muffled voices in there.
And that's the west door?
Yes.
Okay.
And the muffled voices are very brief. It's like a...
I would like to try and see if that door's locked or trapped. 10.
As you're looking at it, it doesn't appear to be locked.
I'll very carefully try and move the handle. Just barely crack open the door.
Roll me a stealth. And by the way, you guys have come down the stairs now, and you see this little 10-foot passageway off of the stairs, and there's a wooden door that's propped open.
24 stealth.
Yeah, you're able to creep open that door.
Just to try and see if I can make out any more of the conversation.
So as you creep open that door, you don't hear any more conversation. Maybe you catch just the tail end
until we hear them.
And from the angle that you can see through the cracked door, the little bit of the room to the right-hand side, it looks just trashed and filthy. You can only see a sliver of it, but there's just debris and dirt, and that edge of the wall that you can see cracking open the door, that wall is just thick with cobwebs. Are you guys coming down the tunnel trying to be stealthy?
Yeah.
Why don't we have Moxie and August and Dr. Stone all roll stealth?
It's not going to work out well for us.
That's why we are 60 feet back from him.
Here's my disadvantaged stealth roll.
Hey, I got a 23 though.
Moxie got a 23.
9.
And Dr. Stone
18.
got an 18.
If I hear any of them, my party members, make a noise, could I ready my rapier?
Yeah.
Since I did hear that.
Go ahead and roll a perception to be listening for them too.
Okay. I got a 21.
So you do hear, what noise is August making? Is his polearm dragging?
So the polearm doesn't really hit the walls, ceiling, or floor until I accidentally brush up against the wall and my chainmail scrapes. And I'm like, oh crap! And I look to my left because my arm is bumping the wall, and with my right hand, my polearm is hitting something.
You do hear them coming, you hear.
Okay.
You roll your eyes maybe mentally, and from inside the door, you hear a voice say,
Shush, what was that?
Everything else there is quiet.
I'm going to very carefully close the door again. And what's the lighting like down here in this room?
On the southern wall, there are 2 torches that are lit, which give this room bright light. But it's mostly empty, as we said. So
Okay.
it is empty.
Does the door swing into that room or
It does
out?
go into that
Okay.
room.
I'm going to press myself up against the wall right by the door, and if any of them come out, I'm going to attack.
And it seems to be a little bit of a waiting game. Everything gets uncomfortably quiet.
Do I hear any more noises from that room?
You don't.
Okay. I'm going to very carefully reach out to the knob beside me and push that door open.
As you do so, let's roll for initiative. What do we got?
21.
17.
Go for it, Kiri.
Oh, I got a 5, dude.
I got a 2.
All right. Sable's got a 21. He'll go first, then August. Then there'll be an action from the DM, then Moxie, and then another action, and then Dr. Stone. You swing that door open, and coming out of it are 6 dog-sized spiders that are purplish blue and yellow with excessively round and fat abdomens and very long legs. And they just come pouring out of the room. As they do so, they come streaming right by Sable, not seeing him in the corner, and they clearly see August standing in the doorway, and they just start swarming over to him as they close in, forming a U-shaped circle around him, trying to take up as much of the space as possible. This last one here has nowhere to go, so I'm going to give him a second roll. No, he does not, just barely. You have a 24, he rolled a modified 21, and so just stops and doesn't quite see you. And with that action, let's go back.
Wait a minute, first before that, he
Yeah.
gets a reaction to attack one that came into your...
Round 1, Sable opens the door and all these guys come out. Kind of round 0.
18.
That's a hit.
Max damage, 14.
You hit it and take him out with that 14. And now top of the round, Sable.
So the spiders didn't see me. I'm going to peek around the corner into that room. Are there still 2 people in that room?
From your angle, you don't see anybody. Roll perception just to make it for
Okay.
real, but I'm positive you probably don't see anyone.
You are correct.
Yes, don't see anyone. So low you didn't even share the number, so.
It was a 1.
There is a spider immediately to your left and immediately diagonally to you. And then there's a spider diagonally about 10 feet away in front of you.
I'm going to attack the one closest to the door.
Sure.
My assassin feature, I have advantage. 1, because I'm stealth, and then 2, because I go before them in initiative. 22 to hit,
Yes.
16 piercing damage.
Awesome. It just took him out.
And then I will use my Skulker bonus action to drop into stealth.
Okay.
23.
Alrighty.
And I will go into that room, the west room.
Roll me a perception check.
19.
This room is mostly empty, stone floor. It is about 25 feet square. There are cobwebs and almost look like nests of cobwebs in the 4 corners and a couple against one wall. It very much looks like a spider village or a spider hive or something like that. Otherwise, appears to be empty.
Do I see another door?
There is not another door, but you do see in the corner behind you to your left, which would be the southeast corner, there is like a 3-foot by 4-foot grate that's down low on the ground. It's vertical in the wall, so it goes like you could look into another room if you like crouch down or whatever. So not on the floor, but on the wall. You also, with your 19 and stepping in just a little bit, you do see that near these nests of cobwebs, the ground is stained with dark smudges. Your expertise tells you undoubtedly probably blood.
Okay. I move 20. I've got 15 more. Can I make it up to that little window grate?
Yeah, you kneel down there and looking through that grate, you see double doors on the wall to the room you were just in, the first opening room. And this looks down a 10-foot hallway. opposite the doors that would lead back into that opening room where now the spiders are, there appears to be a hallway going south as well. That hallway, by the way, doesn't appear to have any light in it.
Okay, that's it.
August, you've taken an opportunity attack, but it's now your turn in the round.
All right, just stay behind me, and I will glaive at one of them. Can I reach either left or right of me without stepping in?
I believe so.
Okay. 22
Yes, that's a hit.
for 11 points.
It's still up, but it's a vicious, vicious wound.
I'm gonna flip this around and hit him with the butt for 25 to hit. 1.
1 point of damage. It's still up. You slice across its back deep and then flip it and like tonk it on the head, but it's not quite enough. It's wobbly, but keeps its feet.
Okay, to heck with it. Warrior's gonna warrior. I'm gonna turn and swing at the one on the other side.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That is just a miss.
6 points of damage. I will stand at guard.
Now it is the spider's turn, and they keep their distance right there where they are. To the left and right of you at the door, those two are each going to take a bite. Oh, an 18 and a natural 20.
Oh,
Ow. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, both of those are going to hit. You take 3 points of damage from one bite as they come in at your calf muscle, and 2 points of damage from the other one as it comes in at your calf muscle. And then I need you to make 2 constitution saves.
11 and
Alrighty.
23.
The DC is 11. You are able to shake it off. You feel this kind of little burn start to spread on your leg, and then apparently no other effects. The 2 that are 10 feet away, behind those 2, they reach out with these enormously long front legs that they have. A 13 on the die, so that one misses. The other one, another natural 20, but this one spits some poison at you. 6 points of damage because of the 20 double damage, and go ahead and roll a 3rd constitution save.
7.
Oh no. Roll me a die 4. Be in charge of your own fate.
4.
You are blinded, and that is the end of the spider's turn. It's Moxie standing right behind August. You see him go to town, and then these final 4 just converge on him, and he gets spit in the face with something. Do you say anything like, my eyes, I can't see?
Stay back, I have this under control.
Moxie, she's going to put a hand on your shoulder and say, duck.
Okay, so you do that, and I put my hand out like a car just pulled out in traffic, but low. I'm not trying to like make you not see or get in your way.
Yeah. You're blinded. Let me shoot these guys.
How do you know that I'm
Because he clearly shot you in the face.
Oh, you're that familiar with these spiders and what they do when they shoot their venom?
I mean, if anyone takes poison to the eyes, they're probably blind. I'm using some common sense here.
Wait, he's blind?
Here we go.
Thusbrook wishing he would have had her roll the perception check to hear the dishonesty in your voice.
17 with a firebolt.
That is a hit. The spider to the left of him or the spider to the right of him?
The more injured one.
Okay.
For max damage, 10.
This poor little spider, just in a ball of flame and crinkles, and seems to be especially susceptible to that. Dead, crinkly, black ball dead.
Maybe you should be behind me, but I don't move to try to get in front of him or anything like that. I just say the thing. But I am going to do a bardic for August, though, which is a D6, if you need another saving throw.
Okay, pass turn.
Oh, I can't reach any of them. I have a thing. When you expend the use of your bardic inspiration as part of an action, bonus action, or reaction, you can make an unarmed strike as part of that same thing.
Oh, that's cool.
But I can't reach any of them.
Meanwhile, as Connor, you are crouched down looking through this grate, and Sable's armor class is
16.
You suddenly feel 7 points of pain in your shoulder as you've been sliced, and suddenly popping into existence next to you is a humanoid figure in a robe with a sickle. And you have blind sense, right?
Blind sight.
Oh, blind sight.
To 10 feet from me.
Okay, so although you don't feel anything, you do see on the other side of you another cultist pop into view out of invisibility. And he, having to roll with disadvantage, has evidently missed. That brings us to Dr. Stone.
Are you going to tell me you're blind or not?
You're distracted by the blood seeping out of me everywhere to tell if I'm blinded or not.
So we're going to first off do Toll the Dead on the one that he hit. I need a wisdom save.
Alrighty. Oh, that's an 18 on the die.
That's a success. Okay. And then Healing Word. 14 points of healing. And pass turn.
Which brings us back up to the top of the initiative order. Sable, you're being flanked by these two robed gentlemen with sickles.
All right, let's see how this goes. I will whistle sharply enough that my party can hear. And get to stabbing. So the one that hit me, I am going to attack with my rapier. 19 to hit.
Yes.
5 piercing damage. Bonus action, take out my dagger. Same guy, I now have advantage. 23 to hit.
Yes.
12 piercing damage.
You are able to stab him maybe in the shoulder with that rapier, and then you're just brutal with that follow-up attack. That hurts. Some blood gushes out of the wound where you slice him perhaps across the belly. He's still up.
That is all I can do.
August E. Graymore.
There's a spider out there. You know it. Can't see him, but you know he's there.
Yeah. I know where he is, and I know where Moxie is.
I ain't gonna let you hit me.
I've been on the street long enough to know this. Moxie, Sable needs help, and I will do a pivot into the doorway,
Alrighty.
and I will swing at this one that I've already hit. 15 to hit.
Okay, yes.
Advantage. 8 points of damage.
That slashes him apart.
So I'm holding my weapon and I'm clutching it against my side as I bonus action second wind for 8 points. And I use the other hand to motion my companions through the door. Go to Sable.
Very nice. That brings up the two spiders that are left, and they close on you again. Natural 20. The one there at your feet, he reaches out and goes to bite again. 3 points of damage. And another Constitution save.
21.
And the other one misses with a 5. And that is the end of the spider's turn. Moxie.
I will enter in to the room, and as I walk past blind August, just so you know, I'm doing this because Sable is my friend, not because you ordered me to.
Yes, dear.
And see if I can't. Would it be reasonable for me to know, based on Sable's whistle, where to go to find Sable?
Yeah. You hear a whistle, you walk in, there's an open door catty-cornered from you, 100% for sure. As you move past the spider that is to the right of August, it also takes a bite at you. 3 points of damage, and then roll me a Constitution save, please.
I got good news and bad news. The bad news is I'm poisoned. The good news is I don't care. I'm not gonna let it dampen my good time. I did roll a 1. This is the karma I get for making fun of August.
As you rush by, it reaches out, bites at you, perhaps catches you in the calf muscle as you do so. And so, first, roll me a die 4, if you would please. Be in charge of your own fate.
4.
And you find yourself very hard to concentrate, and ouch. Your wisdom drops by 4 points.
It's fine. I will say though, ow! Hellish rebuke. This spider has to give me a Dex 14 saving throw.
12.
He's gonna take 7 fire damage.
Ooh, they do not like fire. He is still up, but man, did he get crispy.
So I'm running. I get bit by the spider. I fire him. I feel dumb.
It's not your intelligence that went down, it's your street smarts.
I feel naive.
There you go.
I run into this battle thinking I can win now. And then go into that room, and then I can see everybody.
You do. You can see that Sable is being flanked by these two guys in robes with sickles.
So I'm gonna run into the room. I'm feeling less than wise. I'm not making great decisions.
Yes.
And I think this would be a really great opportunity to do this because they're all in a nice straight line. And I am going to grab off of my hip. I've got a little flask there. Take a shot of alcohol. Not for fun, but for business. This is business alcohol. I'm going to cast Ember Belly.
Talk to us about Ember Belly.
So I can essentially do like those cool fire breathers, which we know Moxie does do, but it's 5 foot wide and 30 foot long. So unfortunately I'm gonna hit Sable, but I'm also gonna hit these other two rogues unless they can jump out of the way. So it is a Dex 14.
One of them, probably the one in front, rolled a 5 on the die. He's not gonna make it, but the other one has a 16 on the die. The one behind Sable.
Okay, so you
Sable and the other guy both duck behind the first guy.
It's 14 damage unless you saved, and then you take 7.
Oh, okay, so still a little bit of damage.
And then I used my reaction. So I'm gonna take one step closer to this front rogue, and I'm going to say, Sable, do you need a hand? Give Sable Bardic.
Yay.
So you get a D6. And then I'm gonna punch this guy.
Oh!
Because dazzling footwork, when you expend a use of your bardic inspiration as part of a bonus action, which is what I'm doing, you can make an unarmed strike as part of that same bonus action. So we're gonna try to punch this guy. Does a 14 hit your little rogue boy?
It does not.
I didn't think so. And now I'm done with my turn.
All right, past turn 2, these guys, they're gonna stay focused on Sable. But the one between Moxie and Sable, you must have done something because even rolling with advantage, he rolled a 7 and an 8. So he misses completely. The other one, my dice are back. Rolled a 3 and a 7 on the die. They also miss as they swing again with these sickles, and they are rethinking their life choices. Bringing us to Dr. Stone.
Okay, I am going to pull out my light crossbow and fire at whichever one is either one of these wounded. One of them got hit by your...
Hellish Rebuke. It's the one that's behind August's mini right here.
Is that the most wounded one? It is. With a 10, which is a miss. And are you still hurt? I'm guessing you are.
I'm blind. I'm pretty healthy now.
And past turn.
We find ourselves locked in battle with August E. Graymore and Dr. Stone dealing with spiders in one room while two cultists have faced off against Sable and Moxie in the other. Things are looking dangerous. What will happen? Join us next week.
Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City is Brooke Bullock as our Dungeon Master, Kiri Hester as Moxie, Connor Shenold as Sable, Johnny Payne as August E. Graymore, and I'm Michael Cross as Dr. Elias Stone. Our theme music comes from Ovani Sound. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Jeffrey McBride, Monument Studios, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by ST Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we discover more secrets in the Clockwork City.